all right, guys. So I'm a little disappointed. My guy didn't win, but it's not just about that. It's just how the victor was decided. Don't I'm not trying to take anything away from Keith Thurman when I say this. Okay, I'm not, because Keith Thurman fought a really good fight. This fight, in my opinion, could have gone either way, and the way that I was scoring the fight, the way I saw the fight, I thought Danny Garcia won. The judges didn't agree with me, but so one of the judges did. So I don't, I wasn't blind in the way I scored it. I thought that the fight was pretty much even going into the championship rounds, and then at the championship rounds, Keith Thurman just pretty much gave it away. So the way I scored it was, there, Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman were pretty much trading rounds up until the seventh round. So it was, the first round I gave to Keith Thurman, second round I gave to Danny Garcia, third Thurman, fourth Garcia, fifth Thurman, and then Garcia on the sixth. But then Garcia also won the seventh, so he broke the mold there. But then Keith Thurman then won the eighth and the ninth, and then Garcia won the 10th. That's how I had it scored. When I was watching the fight, it was literally. I mean, it wasn't action packed like Thurman Porter, but it was very close. That's why I saw. But at the championship rounds, I thought that Keith Thurman gave away the fight, but clearly I was wrong. It is what it is. Keith Thurman, he definitely displayed excellent boxing ability. Keith Thurman pretty much came into this fight a lot different than I thought he'd come into this fight. He really surprised me. I thought he was going to be a lot more aggressive. I thought he was going to be one-time KOs for life, and he was smart not to. All right, he came out there and he boxed a very intelligent fight. His jab was active. His jab was consistently pumping in Garcia's face, and kept Garcia guessing. And he said in his post fight interview he wanted to throw, he wanted to get that early lead and just kind of maintain it. And that was definitely the wise decision on his part. Okay, especially like in the first round, I almost thought that he was gonna knock Garcia out. But I think that's it is what it is. Keith Thurman, he definitely earned a victory. Again, I don't mean to say any of what I said earlier to diminish the victory that Keith Thurman had, because I actually think that was close. I will admit, the second round, I think it was the second round. There are some rounds. The thing about Dan Garcia's, the rounds I gave to Dan Garcia versus the rounds I gave to Keith Thurman was that the rounds that Keith Thurman won, they were definitely more decisive. I'll give him that. They were like, for instance, I think it was like the second round, like Garcia would be winning like the first like 2 minutes of the round, right? But then Keith Thurman would come back with these, with either like a really good combo or this one heavy shot that would just like, blast Garcia's head back. And, he almost had that Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler strategy. It was just like, the last like the last minute or the last few seconds, Thurman would have something waiting for Garcia. So I thought that, Garcia, again, it was a close fight, man. It was a close fight. But yeah, Thurman, he worked every round that Garcia did win. Thurman made him work for it. So I guess why I guess I'm more comfortable with the results when I really think about it. But again, it was tough to hear that decision, man. I was hoping it went to Garcia, because everybody's been calling this guy Gift Garcia, but on the biggest stage, I actually felt that Garcia deserved this win. This win right here. And it's just too bad. But Garcia, if he's listening to this video, I thought Garcia fought a hell of a fight. I thought he fought a great fight. He fought like a champion, like he said. And I'm going to be watching him whatever he does after this. I'm always going to be a fan of his. Again, I thought Garcia earned this fight. I thought that Garcia, he looked like a man in that ring. I thought Garcia, even though he wasn't as busy as Thurman, his punches were pretty effective. They were pretty, like, when he threw them, they would be landing at a higher percentage that Keith Thurman's punches landed. So, if Garcia went to the body a little bit more in the middle of the fight, there were times where he was kind of missing Thurman to the head. If he was just more consistent on the body, I think it would have been a different fight. But it's okay. Garcia. I'm still on that Garcia shit, man. We still got this, man. DSG, Swift. Oh man, uh, yeah, man. This was a great fight. Keith Thurman, you should be proud. You're a unified champion. Even though I did not agree with the scorecards, I can see why he definitely earned that victory. He definitely deserved it. But I hope that, what I do hope is that, after the performance that, because either win or lose, either way, despite the results of this match, Garcia put on a hell of a performance, man. Like, can we finally acknowledge this guy as the great fighter that he is? Please, man. Like, Garcia, I mean, it may not have been as action-packed as Thurman Porter, but it was still, like, I mean, this is what Garcia did against Thurman, man. He had Thurman backing up. He had Thurman, Mr. One Time couldn't get this little junior welterweight out. Come on, man. Like, let's acknowledge Garcia as the great fighter that he is. All right, Thurman just beat a great fighter. Okay, that's just the bottom line. Garcia was never a bum. Garcia was never, and even though he's taking this L from Thurman, that's because Thurman is a great fighter. Okay, a great fighter just beat a great fighter. That's what happened tonight on March 4th. I'm kind of ranting now, so I'm gonna end this video off right here. Thank you guys for listening. It was a great fight. I'm a casual fan. I'm not an expert, but like I always say, you don't have to be an expert to give your opinion on something. So that being said, take it easy.